Welcome back to Circle Club Entertainment for yet another diecast review here on the channel. And today we have one of the newer ones. This one right here is going to be Tyler Reddick and his 2023 Xfinity 10G Toyota Camry TRD number 45 for 2311 Racing. This has got to be one of the most hyped up cars, at least for me. I love the colors on it. And to see the Xfinity sponsor on a cup car, man, there is nothing like this one, folks. Tyler Reddick has got a lot of nice-looking 45 cars, so be sure to check out the Lino Racing retail store or go on to Circle B Diecasts or Plan B sales, whatever they're calling themselves. Go get these diecasts. They should still be there, and Tyler Reddick's got a lot of nice ones, and this is yet another one of those pieces that you look at it, it's like, wow, they actually did this diecast, folks. This one ran the Atlanta Superspeedway, one of the Atlanta Superspeedway races. And of course, it was the car of the day, at least for me. One of the coolest paint schemes there. So we're going to get a closer look at this box here. Of course, Tyler Reddick, number 45, 10G Xfinity. I really like this. This is really one of the most hyped up cars. I literally had this car on hold at the Lino Racing retail store. That's how badly I wanted it. I really had to make sure I got this one. So without further ado, let's get this diecast out of the box. Here it is, folks. Brand new out of the box, and I have no second thoughts about my opinion on this paint scheme. It has got to be one of the coolest Tyler Reddick cars ever made, honestly. Really is one of the coolest ones. Just look at the shades of purple and pink and some gradients, some neons. Wow, they really struck it out of the park with this one. This is a very good looking paint scheme for Tyler Reddick. So without further ado, let's get this diecast review on. We're going to zoom in and enhance to get some closer angles of this thing. Make this easier for me to review. So you got number 45, 2311 in white. You got Toyota Camry in the front right here. Looks pretty good. Got a little bit of a decal slice on that part of the grill. You can see it's like a little purple. That's unfortunate. You have Xfinity 10G network with the Toyota style hood vents. As you can see, they have different hood vents than everyone else. Pretty cool. I do like the fact that the hood vents are not interfering too much with the sponsor. They probably knew there were hood vents here, so like, you know what, let's just put our sponsor logos kind of in the middle of the hood. Xfinity 10G network. You have Toyota logo in red. You got Reddick. You have Sunoco, Goodyear, and yellow on both the wheels and the fenders. You have NASCAR Cup Series. You have the 75th anniversary logo for NASCAR. You have number 45. Tyler Reddick, you have the little TR Tyler Reddick logo. You have Toyota, Money Lion, Mobile One, Mac Tools, and 2311. You have Xfinity 10G, McDonald's, TRD. You have the Jordan brand logo there. They have it on all the cars, which is pretty cool. Got a paint chip on the spoiler, which is awesome. No Monster Energy logo, so this little black swoop here that's going to be on the Tyler Reddick cars is where a Monster Energy logo would be at. Here's the back of this thing. You have TRD, Camry, Xfinity 10G, number 45, red box Toyota logo. Then, of course, you have the OEM details looking pretty cool. No logos underneath this headlight. There's probably also, I'm going to assume there's also a Monster Energy logo here, but they can't put it on, so that's why there's just nothing there. But yeah, pretty cool. And what's funny is that the little dots, right? I feel like this should be more of like a gradient or just like more of a smooth like decal, but it has all these dots on it. I have to double check the real life car to verify if that's accurate or not. You see the little dots and stuff. And nothing on the deck lid. You have Tyler Reddick's name, or just Reddick, and the Xfinity 10G number 45. And now it's time for the paint scheme review itself. We're going to start out with the numbers like we usually do. On all sides of this car, let me check, front, back. Yep, pretty much all the same 45. You have a thin black outline with the white number fill-in with the 2311 number font, number 45, looking pretty awesome there. I really like that a lot. That's a pretty cool looking NASCAR number right there. And now for the paint scheme itself, you're going to have a really, really dark purple for the base coat of this car. They really went with a dark, dark purple. Pretty dark. This is probably as dark as a purple as you can get on a diecast, period. Like, I've not seen anything darker than this. It's a really grape juice dark purple, like oversaturated grape juice, pretty much what it looks like. But that is what it's going to look like for the front. I'm looking for any extra details, and it looks like it's just a normal gloss purple in the front. No, like, weird textures or anything like that. Just a smooth, dark purple all across the front of this car, which makes it look like a pretty clean Toyota Camry, which makes it look pretty cool. The whole roof is going to have the dark purple, of course, with the black roof rails, black spoiler, and black splitter. Pretty cool. The whole roof in dark purple, and pretty much the whole front portion in that dark purple color. It's really towards the back, the sides of the back is where you're going to notice the details starting to kick in. So let's get a closer look at that. So you have these really bright pink neons outlining this little shape here. It's kind of like a pointy triangle right here. And the point is going to be towards the 45, exactly, almost in the middle of the 45, the 4 on this side and the 5 on this side. The way it's just pointing like an arrow makes it look pretty sharp. And it's going to start right underneath, did I just make a new word? Underneath the black roof rail right there, just a little bit before the Tyler Reddick, and past the little B pillar, you're going to see the neon light starting to glow. As you can see, it's pretty cool. And then it's going to fade into another shade of an even darker, different shade of purple. And then you're going to see these little spots. So now I'm actually starting to wonder, are these dots supposed to be there? I did not look at any pictures of this car before the video. In fact, let me do that right now. We're about to verify how this thing is supposed to look. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm going to double check myself here. Tyler Reddick 10G. I'm going to look it up here. So it does look like it is supposed to be like sort of fading. I'm not sure if the dots are actually supposed to be there. Let me just zoom in on this a little bit more. So it turns out that these dots are actually not supposed to be this way. I'm looking at the render. It's more of like a smooth purple. So if I go down here, you can kind of see there's really no signs of any dots. So it's when you print decals super small, it's really hard to get gradients to look good. So that's why the 164 kind of looks like this. It's probably way better on the 124, but for this diecast, you can see all those little spots, which kind of makes it look weird, like little dots, like comic book style. Like, you know when they do comic books and they have like this weird like dot style to it? That's kind of what it looks like on the diecast, but in real life, it does not look like this, so I guess you could say this is inaccurate. But it's still a nice car in the 164. It's just that detail, you're going to have to look at it from far if you don't want to see those dots. And then it fades into this other pinky purple shade towards the back. It's definitely a brighter shade of purple, like a light violet color towards the back. And of course, somebody's revving their Hellcat out there, of course, during the video. Here's the back, pretty much that color. But yeah, these dots are not really supposed to be on here. But you could still, ignoring that, it has that bright pink color towards the back, that bright violet. It's more of a violet. It definitely leans more towards purple. So that's why it has that style color to it, because it faded. Really should be a gradient right here fading into that color. And then, of course, the neons outlining it. I gotta say, my favorite part of this car, probably the neons. Look how cool that looks. It almost looks like it could glow. If you stare at it, or if you squint your eyes, it literally looks like it's glowing like a lightsaber, which is pretty cool. That pink, really bright pink neon right there. Pretty cool. I really like this car. That's pretty much the paint scheme. It's a pretty simple one. Not a super long review because it is a pretty simple paint scheme. Black rims, I probably would have gone probably the dark purple rims would have looked cool, or white. White would look pretty interesting, but probably the dark purple rims would have looked cool. So let's get a 360 view of this car. Here's the front of the car. Here's the hood. Here's the right side of this car. Here's the back. Here's the deck lid, which has nothing on it. Here's the roof, the top profile of this diecast. Here's the left side of this car. And here's the under tray. And that has been the review of Tyler Reddick and his 2023 Xfinity 10G Network Toyota Camry number 45 for 2311 Racing. Definitely one of the best Tyler Reddick cars in my opinion. If they just got that gradient a little bit better, That would really elevate this car for me in the 164th. So, what do you guys think about this diecast? Of course, how could I forget the Biofuel logo? I always forget to point that out. So, thank you all for checking out this diecast review. Comment, like, and subscribe to join the Circle Club. And always remember to make sure you know what you're doing when you're putting decals on your diecast.